What's going on, guys? I am Toxic Jordan. Welcome back to the channel. So we are going to be jumping back into burst mode yet again. So now we're going to be using a physical target Goku team. So this is really exciting stuff. So I just found something on Twitter. We're going to switch over and I'm going to show you this real quick. So this person here, Gogeta, shoutouts to Gogeta-sama on Twitter, managed to get a very impressive high score for burst mode here. Oh, actually, here's the full of everything selected. So, yeah, so I basically matched up mine to look exactly like theirs. And, yeah, so we have the 6610 points ready to go here, which obviously you only need 6,000 in order to clear it. So getting 6610 will be really cool. Get us some extra burst coins that we can take advantage of using in the little burst coin shop. So yeah, here we're matched up with the exact way that they have their 6610. So it's pretty much everything selected to the, like, all the highest, you know, nodes selected. The only things that are unselected are the character locking. You don't want that on. And then, there's a few challenge things. There's this one, the challenge for the enemy's HP. And then there's this challenge for the enemy's attack. All of these. Those are the only things not selected. Oh, and this. The physical damage reduction, because we have a full physical team. So obviously 50% damage reduction against us is going to be quite costly. So, yeah, and then obviously these are all the highest parameters here as well, because the target Goku category and physical type are the most rewarding type and category here. So, yeah, so basically what we're going to try to do now is beat that guy. So we're just going to add this. So we're going for a total of 6620 points and see if we can do it. So yeah, without further ado, let's see if we can take this down. All right, so I did notice that that guy's clear time for the event was 33 minutes. So I am expecting this to be, you know, a little bit difficult here. Oh yeah, we've also got the -3 key thing, so we're gonna have to work around that. How do I want to do this? I mean, it's first turn. We probably don't have anything to worry about. So yeah, I guess, I mean, everybody's gonna have a fair amount of time to build up, because I am thinking of this as one of those teams where, well, I mean, it is a 200% team, right? I imagine that the weaker half of this team is going to feel really weak, just because of how strong we just made the enemy. I don't know, based on how much damage we just did in those first two attacks, just right away, I'm already getting the feeling this is going to be easier than I'm thinking it was. But I mean, anytime I've tried to go into a burst mode in the past where you have, like, you know, like where you try to max out the points to the very maximum, you can't even get close. It's like just pretty much impossible, right? So this is kind of interesting that we are pretty close to maximum points right now. Pretty close. We're, you know, not quite all the way there, because what was it, like 60 points for the character locking that we don't have? And then another 50 points for all of those other challenge things we could add. So that's like 110, and then another 60-point thing for the 50% damage reduction. So it's like 170 or something like that, 160-ish. More points that we could add, basically, to get a higher score on top of this. Which, I guess, if I do end up beating this, I might as well try that, right? Shoot. Nuts. We need to start getting some stacks on Cooler so that he can super a little easier. Because he's going to build up ki as he gets hit, right? Wow, I didn't think he would be the only person this rotation not getting a super. Oh, no, wait, he's getting stacks. Duh, of course. Okay, we're fine. I actually do need to remind myself his super attack effects. So I think on the next rotation I'm going to check. Just briefly double check through the units, because if there's anyone that's doing infinite raises of attack or defense, that is important information to know, right? We're going to be so many turns into the fight later on. It's going to be very essential to know which units are infinite stacking. I'm going to want to keep those units on rotation for sure. That being said, I don't think that there's any on the team, but I just want to double check. Because, like, obviously I know the cooler cards need to stack. So I do want to leave them on rotation. I mean, they're still the strongest units. It makes sense to leave them on rotation anyway. But I do want them to get their stacks as quick as possible here. Okay, let's see. So, 1 turn defense raise, massive raise attack. 1 turn defense raise. Okay, attack raise for all allies. 1 turn raise. Oh, that's the same unit. Lowers defense. What? Gross. 1 turn raise. Okay, yeah, so there is no infinite stackers. We don't need to worry about that. But the one thing to note then is that this team really isn't going to get much stronger. It's just going to be up to Cooler to actually, why would I don't want that Frieza on rotation. I'm going to do this. Yeah, it's just going to be up to the Metal Coolers to stack a little bit. And once their passives are fully built up, then nothing on this team is getting stronger at all, right? We just have the LR Metal Coolers that are going to need to take quite a few hits to get all their stats built up and get their maximum amount of ki, and then they'll be done. And then we need the Final Form Cooler to, I believe he has some stacking in his passive. Like, he's got to do multiple super attacks in order to get all of his attack buffs that he's going to get. But yeah, other than that, everybody else is pretty much just maxed out already. Let me see. This Cooler does need to build up, right? Yeah. He needs to get 10 attacks. Okay. There we go. 7. I was holding my breath. I wasn't sure if we were going to get a super attack there. It worked out, though. So we also do have the revive from Metal Cooler. So that'll be another kind of important thing to think about here. We will have the revive available. You know, obviously, if we're going to have to use it, then probably on the STR phase would make the most sense. So hopefully we don't end up losing it before then. Was my main point here. Yeah, okay. Do that. I think we're going to be sacrificing some supers this turn. Unfortunate. But yeah, with the ki -3 thing. Oh, I forgot that the Mecha Frieza actually super attacks early. See, a lot of these weird little, like, pieces to these units' kits that are normally just completely irrelevant in standard gameplay, they do come into effect here a lot in burst mode. That's why I like this game mode a lot. Yeah, definitely one of my favorite game modes at the moment to play. Alright, I mean, so far so good. Seems like we're doing alright. I mean, our defense is really, really good. We can depend on both the LR Metal Coolers to be our slot 1 units here. Do they have an entrance animation that's going to wear off, though? I can't remember. Ooh, sorry. No? Yeah, okay, so nothing's, like, conditional with them. Man, I keep grabbing all these friend units that are not Link level 10. I keep forgetting to check that before I go into events. I'm usually just confident about it. If they're rainbowed and they have, like, look at this friend Cooler, right? He's rainbowed. He's got all this awesome equipment. I always just assume, like, yeah, there's no way he wouldn't be Link level 10, right? But I forget that the average power level is actually below 1 million. Significantly below 1 million. Probably below, like, 500,000, to be honest. People generally don't get around to Link leveling. Any of the Link levels that people have, I usually expect is from special celebrations where they have those really, really good Link level events. You know, or just from over time using characters on various events here and there. But yeah, I mean, I got a solid taste of that being pretty fresh on my JP account. Having to just grind up all the content. Like, I've done... Basically, I do all the story events as they return. And I grind up, like, whatever free-to-play characters and get copies of them, and then I do their Easy A areas and fully Extreme Z awaken them and everything, right? I'm doing easy A stages, grinding all of those up to stage 100 each along the way, just to keep replenishing my Zenny as I easy A characters and stuff, because, you know, 30 mil a pop, it adds up. So I feel like I'm constantly having to stop grinding stuff and then go back and do easy A stages for a day or two, grind up a couple hundred stages, and then I get a bunch of Zenny and stuff. But it's like I have all of this other stuff in game to focus on, right? That's just to kind of give you that example. And then now, actually, what I'm doing is I'm grinding 200 of every Dokkan medal. So I'm just going from the very beginning, and right now we're in a celebration where all the events are live, so I'm just going in order. And eventually I'm going to have 200 of all of the Dokkan event medals. That way, any units that I pull, or all of the units that are sitting in my box right now, I can just level up and awaken them at will. But, okay, so we have active skill available, which is great. That's another bonus of this LR Metal Cooler. He's going to be able to give us that 30% heal when we use that active skill eventually. So that'll be nice. But yeah, shoot, what was I even saying? I am the king of losing my train of thought. I am sure it'll return to me. Oh, JP. Yeah. So, yeah, I can't imagine having time to just sit there and link level on JP. There's just always so much more work to be done, right? And I'm sitting here playing the game 24 hours a day. Like, unless I'm sleeping, I'm literally grinding constantly, both versions of the game. So, yeah, I definitely, eventually I'll be caught up on JP. I can't really say. I wish there was some type of percentage bar, or percentage meter, or, like, just thing that would tell you, like, what your game completion is. And it would calculate, you know, based on how many units you've collected out of all the ones that exist in-game, how many events you've cleared, how many missions you've cleared, all of that stuff. You know, similar things that it's using to track your power level. Maybe not on skewed to the same degree, because obviously unless you had every single unit in the game link level 10, then it wouldn't be at 100%, but not that extreme. But, you know, just as far as the game completion, that would be kind of nice to know how far along in that process you are, or aren't, or whatever. But yeah, so eventually I'll be able to link level on JP, but I actually don't even know if I'd want to start, just because of how many, like, years of dedication it's going to be to get it all done on Global. I don't know if I would even commence. I think once I get all the content done on JP, I'm probably just going to stop playing it, and then only play, like, when new content releases and just stay caught up. But yeah, that way I won't be bound to playing double Dokkan all the time. And that way I can just continue to link level on Global and keep that as the main. But yeah, so I mean, you know, the average player is probably playing Dokkan, like, logging in once a day, I think is pretty common. But beyond that, I don't really think it is that common for people to be playing, like, for hours every single day. I think it's really rare to see people that do that. And then obviously it's, like, nearly unheard of to, maybe I shouldn't have rotated off that cooler. I like the King Cold because he's kind of a support unit. But yeah, so, you know, if you're not someone who's playing all the time, or like you're not somebody that's been playing the game for like 6 years or like a super long time like that, to basically have all this time that you would have been able to stay caught up on content over time. You know, I can't imagine someone that started playing like 2 years ago and then they, like, don't stone for stamina and stuff. You probably have so much still to do in the game. There's probably so much of the game that you're missing. So yeah, I can't imagine just sitting there and, like, wasting your time link leveling and stuff. I mean, I guess it is nice to be able to grind up incredible gems. They're a valuable currency, and you can get a lot of good items and Kais and things like that. As well as a bunch of Zenny from all those Hercule statues. So, I suppose it could be a good idea. But, yeah, no, I don't blame people for not doing it, because it is a very extra thing. It's definitely meant for people that are done with all the content in the game, right? It's not really meant for just any average player that has all this other stuff to do. It's meant to be like an extra credit grind once you're already done. Which is why I said if they had a progress bar, I think that it would be like 100%, and then you could start link leveling. Like, you wouldn't have, like, you know, you wouldn't have the link leveling count as a part of the percentage. It would be like bonus percentage. Link levels would just add to your percentage beyond 100. That'd be cool. Yeah, are these rainbow orbs going to help me out? Yeah, just enough. There we go. Okay, so we're all the way on the blue Goku phase. We haven't really been seeing any trouble so far. I'm thinking this is probably the first phase where we would see a little bit of a clue of if we're going to be taking damage or not. Yeah, like the fact that didn't double-digit tank means we're at a bit of our limit here. We're starting, it's starting to get scary, which just means basically I'm just really nervous for the next phase. That's pretty much it. I think we'll be fine. And then obviously, look, we're right back at 100% HP because this team is wonderful with healing. We are constantly going to be healing up all our HP. Okay, let's do this so we can try and... Oh, no, because they don't link up. Dang it. I wanted to try and get all those STR orbs with Cooler so we could get that 24-key super and just do a bunch of damage here, but does not look like that's going to be possible. So I guess we'll save it for next turn. I'll just save all those STR orbs for next turn. Yeah. And then we can do a big 18-key super. Or a 24-key super, even. But yeah, this Cooler, because he's doing a defense raise on 12-key, and because he's doing the massive attack raising on 18-key. Ooh, nice, we nullified it. Sweet. Oh, does that mean that we can nullify UI Gokus? Because, okay, we can't nullify the Mastered UI Goku, because Mastered UI Goku has, you know, he cancels dodge. Oh, wait. But it's a nullification, not a dodge. Right? Because they changed that recently, where all the countering turned into nullification. I think this always was a nullification anyway. But yeah, great chance of nullifying unarmed super attacks. Oh, that could be exciting. Okay. We might have something cool coming up. Shoot. No. No. I guess we'll do like this. Okay, so we do have, yeah, so we have our 18-key super here, so we're going to be massively raising attack, and you'll see that we're going to do a lot more damage. Man. Just 1 key shy. I guess we'll do that, so we're set up with the physical orbs for next turn. Yeah, 5 million. There we go. Looking a lot better. But yeah, so we're not going to be able to nullify on the very final phase because of the dodge canceling. Oh, no. We will because of the nullification. So, but also, I think that there's going to be an unarmed super attack on the UI sign phase. I'm pretty sure that that's an unarmed super attack as well. So if it is, then that's really good too. Because we could potentially nullify there, which is actually going to make a difference, I think. Because I'm pretty sure we would be able to actually get hit decently hard by... you know, by a super in that phase. So, hopefully we don't have to see that happen. And again, we're 1 key shy of what we needed. Big bummer. All right, another nullification. Very good, very good. I'll take as many of those as it wants to give us. Yeah, I'm just kind of... I fear that it's actually going to be important to try and get those on the next phase. Right? Additionals. So this is kind of one of the rare occurrences where we're taking on one of these long form fights, and I'm actually not using a team that, you know, does the infinite stacking, because I always depend on characters like that when I'm going in these long form events. It just makes the most sense, right? If you're gonna be like, what turn are we on right now? turn 16 already. A unit that has infinite stacking would look insane right now, right? That's usually the best idea. But with this Wicked Bloodline team, that's not the case here, right? That's not how we're running it this time around. So, yeah, so we don't really need to worry about, like, the speed at which we get through the battle. We pretty much we can go as fast as we want. Because now that all the coolers are fully built up, they definitely are by this point, right? We're not really waiting on anything. Now, every extra turn that we spend in battle is an extra turn that's a liability for us to take damage. So we might as well finish this as quickly as we can. Okay, so the other thing to think about here is we have the revive, but that cooler has to get hit. So we're kind of betting on where the super attack is going to be because we don't have a scouter or anything. So I guess here I would just be hoping that it's not in the middle. Maybe I should do this. I think I'm most confident that it's not going to be at the end. And I would rather, yeah, just defense-wise if we check that out. Ooh, yeah, I need to keep them linked anyway. Because they share a lot more links. Okay. Yeah, we're definitely going to keep the active skill. We're going to hang on to the active skill for now. But if we do get hit by a big super and end up losing a bunch of HP, then at least we'll have the active skill that we can heal back 30% on any given turn, you know, while we still have those available. Perfect, and the 18 key helps us get an actual attack stat in there. Oh yeah, it's going to be a minute. That was a 7 million attack stat, and it did a third of 1 HP bar. This phase right here is definitely why it took that person I showed you on Twitter, Gogeta-sama. That's what this phase is why it took them 30 minutes. Oh no! 400k. Oh, jeez. Okay. So yeah, we're gonna need to get a little bit of luck involved in this in clearing this STR phase for sure. Oh my goodness. Oof. Wow, we're not even double digit tanking after a double super. Wait a minute, doesn't he greatly raises attack and defense for 1 turn? He double supered. So he got 2 50% defense raises. He had 100% defense added, and he still took 40k on normal attacks. Eesh. Okay. Then now that makes me worried about this Frieza, too. Only getting a regular defense raise. His defense is a little higher, though. Okay. We'll see how it goes. So we're going to use the active skill. Let me make sure the animation's on. All right. All right. It was definitely... I was overdue for a water break there. Sorry. Okay. We're back in business, though. Okay, so we got the heal going. That's good. We've done a little more damage here. Also good. Okay, I need that orb on the left. That rainbow orb on the left to treat me right here. Let's do it. No, the STR orb got in the way. Okay, Oh, they don't link at all. Okay. Yeah, I have to leave it like this then. Dang it. Okay, this sucks. I need those physical orbs, so, well... Man, this is gonna start to look really ugly here on the next turn. We have to do this. Otherwise, we were gonna be maxed out with, like, 1 key. I didn't want to see that happen. No! He cannot dodge! Oh, goodness gracious. That's gonna be the worst thing if he's dodging... Oh, God. We really need to make sure that we're getting super attacks. I probably shouldn't have been greedy for the 18 key there. Because he dodged it anyway, right? Okay, we at least double-digit tanked with him. So now we know the only unit we haven't tested is this Golden Frieza. But we know all the other units can double-digit tank except the King Cold. Okay, we can hang on to the active skill here. 500k defense. We're looking really good. This is the better rotation of the two for sure. Which I'm actually surprised about. I honestly thought that the opposite rotation where we had the two Meta Coolers together was going to be better. Just links-wise. But it makes sense that the Dokkan Fest units are you know, kind of putting it down. We'll do that for a little bit more healing. Okay. Yeah, I'm curious to see what that number looks like at the very end here. Okay. Oh, it is a Ki Blast Super. No. Okay, so we can't nullify it. Bummer, bummer. Alright, come on, more additionals. Oh, goodness. Okay. This is a really tough phase, too, because of that. I was just about to say, because, you know, we have the whole... What? Did you see the life bar right there? Oh, my goodness. It just fluctuated by, like, 40%. That was crazy. It just went down a bunch and then up a bunch. Wow. Yeah, kind of nutty. Okay, what do we want to do here? I guess this is definitely the best way. Okay. Ooh, wow, we got a lot of healing there. That was nice. Oh yeah, because the free-to-play Metal Coolers are nukers, right? They are. Okay. And he gets a lot of defense per orb received too, so that's good. Okay, this is going to be a decent turn here. Wow, 20 turns, and we're not even on the final phase yet. We're not even halfway done with this phase. Oh wow, that was hefty. We lived it, though, so... And we still have a lot of healing to go, right? So you can't really judge it based on where our HP's at right now, because it's not going to be in the same place when the turn ends. Okay, he got hit so hard. 130k on a normal. That's actually nuts. On the next rotation that we have King Cold up, I'm going to read his card a little more in depth because I need to know what to do with that guy to to make him tank a little better because he is just not cutting it right now. Okay, so I think it's time for the other active skill. Our defense is our HP is pretty low here. And we have to survive 2 turns now because the other Metal Cooler is going to be on, on the opposite rotation. We already used that active skill, right? We'll go ahead and turn off, since we just saw that animation, we'll go ahead and turn off the animations and just run it. Nice, and we critical hit too. Oh, that's so big. We just did so much damage because of that. That actually helps us a lot here. I think we have a much better chance of winning now that we crit right there. Okay, the supers are looking pretty gnarly this turn. So hopefully he's going to get some additionals. And, oh wow, no, he's actually 1 key shy as well. So, might as well not waste all those key spheres on him. Let's just do this instead. Come on, super. Oh, okay. Okay, can we get... I really want an additional super. It's been a while since he launched a super attack at us, and... Whew, okay, no super this turn. We're good, we're good. So it was a pretty even trade. We did no damage to him, he did no damage to us. Sounds good. And now we've fully healed again. So that's why I'm okay with idle turns like that, because I know we're going to get our start of turn healing every turn. We're kind of getting close to that second Dokkan attack too, which is nice. We're going to be able to launch one here. We're probably still going to be on this phase when it launches, to be honest. I don't think we're going to be on the int phase yet. Okay. I mean, he's the perfect person to hit if you're going to hit someone. We are alive, and again, we've got a lot of healing. I'm not too worried about it. Yes! Let's get those critical hits in. More! Wow, I feel like it's gonna take us just as long to finish this one phase of the fight as it did for, like, the entire rest of the fight. This is really where the fight is at, right? It's kind of like, reminds me of, like, the Cell Max fight, right? Where it's just like, okay, all those beginning phases, they're nothing, they're fluff. But then you get to that int phase, or the tech phase at the end. It's like, all right, we're facing Cell Max now, like, for real. That's how it feels. And it's funny that this isn't actually the final phase, right? Okay, I need to prioritize super attacks. Let me do this. I have to just get his 12 key. That way I can super attack with these boys, too. And I'm still not even going to be able to super attack with, King Cold. Oh, that's actually really bad. I am praying for the additional super with him. He needs that. Oh, he needs that so much. If he doesn't get an additional super, we might die here, actually. Because even after getting the great super attack raises, or the great defense raises on his super attack effect, he's still been getting hit for like 100k. And now we have 400k left. This could be close. Can we get some critical hits here? 7.6 million with the critical hit. We're gonna do some damage. Dang it. That's really unfortunate. Okay, please, additional super? No. Okay, we lived. Oh my gosh, that was scary. I thought we were gonna have to restart after all that. Oh, that was too close for comfort. How do we do this? The key is getting ugly again. Whew. Okay, we'll do that. And this question mark? We're not gonna do the Dokkan attack this turn. I honestly think that's a bad thing. I think we would be better off if we did do the Dokkan attack right there. Because then we would have had a pretty solid chance of ending this fight before we have to potentially take another super attack. Which our health is not looking comfy for right now. Especially if it happens right now. Ooh, okay, we lived. Now, yeah, we literally can't tank a super attack. So there just can't be... Oh! Yes! Okay, one more crit. Come on. Finish him off. Yes! Yes! There we go. Okay. And now we get to use the Dokkan attack here, too. That is so awesome. We survived that phase barely. Barely. If there had been a super attack at the end there, we would have been screwed. And now I'm not worried, because if he super attacks us and we get hurt right here, we haven't used our revives yet, so we're fine. Unfortunately, we can't get that 18 key to proc here. Let's see, does the key change up at all with this guy? No, not really. Okay. Yeah, so that kind of sucks. But it's fine. We'll make it work. Okay, let's see how much this does. Oh, and this should be an unarmed super attack. Oh, maybe it's like a undefined because of the super attack at the end. That's probably what. Oh, wow, and we took like no damage from it either. Yeah, big difference when we're talking about type advantage versus type disadvantage, right? So now everybody's going to be double-digit tanking everything. I don't think we're in any danger of losing at all now. I think we pretty much won. Getting through that STR phase is all it really took. We're pretty much free and clear for the win, because we're going to get a huge heal. We're going to be at 100% HP at the start of next turn, so we basically fully reset. And he's going to be half dead. Man, I actually might consider going into the full burst mode, like burst mode with full points, and see if we can take it down. Obviously, like adding the extra 50% damage reduction, that's going to be a huge deal, because that just means it's going to take us like an extra 20 turns to get through that STR phase. That's all that means. So I don't know, we might actually run into some trouble there, because we were consistently losing our life and we had to use the active skills to keep healing ourselves. So maybe that wouldn't be possible. But I'm sure we could add a little bit of extra attack to the enemy. And, you know, we have 5 attack nodes that will each give us 10 more points. So, you know, we do have that. All right, here we're able to get the 18 key super. Let's hope it connects, so we can at least do some damage. Yes. And then what was the one other parameter? It was the character locking. That's the character locking is going to be bad. Like, obviously we don't want that, right? Yeah, I wonder if it could be done. I mean, I'm sure it would just take an insane amount of RNG, but, you know, as we've seen here, there are a few units that are very weak and a few units that are very strong, so I don't know if having the constant character locking would really be ideal for that STR phase. I don't know if you... basically, you would be autoing it at that point, right? And you don't want that, so... I don't think there's going to be enough orbs here. Oh, wow, I just got so lucky. I had just enough to super attack with everyone. So this should be it right here, right? I think by the end of this turn, we should have gotten our dub. Which is actually crazy. I think I'm going to need to take some screenshots of that one for Twitter, because it will be like the highest burst mode score that I've seen, right? So I would say of the 2 physical teams, between Worthy Rivals and Target Goku, obviously you're going to want to do Target Goku. I think I was talking about it in one of my other videos that I wasn't sure what other good teams were left, and I completely spaced on this. This is definitely like the best. This is probably even better than the STR Target Goku, where you can use all the Final Form coolers. Yeah, I think this might even be a little better than that. Just because of the typing. Because the other one struggles, because, like, STR struggles in this a lot because there's a lot of AGL phases, and then you just type neutral for the last 2. Whereas this only struggles in that one phase, so if you can just brunt through RNG for one phase, then you're fine. And you'll definitely do well. Okay, now we're going to finish him off for sure. Okay, there we go. Wow, that is quite the increase, yeah? Okay, 6620. Jeez, that is incredibly high. I guess I should show all the parameters, right? So, like, that one goes to there. Or wait, where'd it go to? To the 60? And then to the 100, and then this is the final one. Okay. There we go. So now I've got it all on camera, and I can show people on Twitter. Alright, that was very exciting. Or I guess it should show the team, right? There we go. Alright. Okay, yeah, so I don't know if there's any other teams that I'm gonna beat this with. I still need to do AGL Target Goku. I'm gonna do that, but I don't know about AGL worthy rivals or STR worthy rivals. I'll have to look at both of those teams and see if it's possible. Definitely not going to be beating that 66-20 with any of the other teams. But I will maybe still do some 6,000 point runs, just so that everybody can see all the teams that can beat it. That way, no matter how new you are, how few team builds you have access to, I will have a video for you that will help you beat this burst mode. All right, well, I hope you guys found that one entertaining or helpful in some kind of way. Don't forget to drop a like, comment, and subscribe on the video. That is going to do it for this one, and I will catch you guys next time. Peace.